dollar, globe trotter, bank account, colors. I know you wanna pop, put collar. Yeah. She got that top dollar. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand up. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Eagles going up against the Steelers.
Larry, it has been a wild ride through this 2019 NFL season. Plenty of plot twists and turns at every step. But it all comes to a conclusion tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 54 from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaughan. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis. And what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. And I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. The first Super Bowl of a new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is taken at his 4. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of them ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Now Wentz. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Three yards remaining here on second down. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So it is third down now, but less than a yard to go. Wentz going to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Wentz now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there. In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Wentz to throw on second down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants. So how do you stop it? A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone. Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Time here to show you the starters while we have a moment defensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know one guy you like from Miami, Artie Burns. Just jumps off the screen when you plug in his college tape in terms of athleticism. And I also watched him play with some intelligence. Saw him at one point jump into the slot and pattern read and come off of his receiver to the intended one and intercept a pass. I like him. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Pushing through the contact. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. gets this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And an alley to run. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out 11-4. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 10-7 our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll run again with Blunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Some strong running at the 20. Well, shedding his way forward, and they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll bang that one through. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home, about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
This is Bell, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. On second down, Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Ben to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Now Wentz. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Back near the goal line, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Got a man, it's Brown. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Steelers haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Eagles have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Bell's going to use solid blocking to break free, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. The Steelers now down by just 3. Eagles on 2nd and 7. Aguilar has got the catch here, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score, pushing the lead to 10.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And look out, I think he's going to go. He's at the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. People Eagles still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Man, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Wentz now on first down. Fighting him off. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Now Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll go as a gain of 9, and it'll be first down Eagles. And pretty darn well executed there. Just a nonchalant flip over the shoulder, but that's not easy. You have to time that right, and they did.
They certainly did, and it wasn't just the flip, right? They timed that up, but then the pass downfield to pick up the first down. So you really get 2 times the ball's in the air, and they did it successfully. Really well done.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
To throw is Wentz. Gonna look deep for, and this is caught inside the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out here in the I. To throw, it's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, and offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. end zone now. They'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kept that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
Wins to throw. And bulldozing his way through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Well, now they'll try the end around. Down to the 25. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to throw. Wentz. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter.
We all knew the situation. We're in the fourth quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And it is good, and his guys have taken the lead in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7.
This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They'll look to throw. Bird shrugs him aside. And he's got it. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
It's propaganda, press pan the camera, please don't look at me in my face. Everybody might see my pain off the